welcome to the CGN Network, Crazy Good News. I'm Craig Miller, and I'm tired of only seeing the woe is me and doomsday stuff in the news. And I thought it's time we start talking about the good news, because we live in one of the coolest and most advanced times in human history. Today we're going to be featuring good news in the world of sports, the environment, medicine, college expenses, and a grandfather who goes way above and beyond. So here's your first dose of some crazy good news. This crazy good news is brought to you by Insurance Happiness. Now, our first story is about a company who's helping kids go to college, and we all know how expensive college can be. I know I do. However, there's a company out there that's making it possible for kids to go to college who could never go to college. We're talking kids in the foster care system, kids who have parents who are incarcerated, and not only do they provide tuition assistance, they also provide room and board assistance, and they start with them when they're much younger so they can give them a leg up on success in the world. Hey everyone, so I'm here with Jeff Friedman of Beyond. Now Beyond's a company that does credit card processing. You might think that doesn't sound like any kind of crazy good news to me. Well, but it actually is, because Beyond really does go above and beyond. And Jeff's here, and I'm going to ask him about it. And so what is it that Beyond does that goes beyond just the business side? You have a nonprofit, is that right?
What the nonprofit does, Give Back, is it identifies children by no fault of their own have limited opportunity and gives those kids an opportunity. Identifies them in 8th grade, children that are either in foster programs or abused or just in a really bad spot, and actually, sorry, I forgot, children of incarcerated parents, and they really don't have the opportunity that many other children have by having either one or two loving parents giving them the support and guidance that is missing. And by identifying in 8th grade, Give Back tells them in 8th grade that if they do well in school, stay out of trouble, participate in their mentoring program, Give Back will sponsor them or give them a scholarship to go to a 4-year university.
And it's more than just, isn't it room and board as well?
It's room and board. Yeah. It's room and board. The students, or the scholars as we call them, need to get their own job for their own spending money, need to get back and forth on their own. But it is, the concept is we're going to help them get everything that they need to do. But like any other normal kid, they're going to need to create their own spending money and their own sense of community while they're there.
And so since you started in 8th grade, you actually do more than just give them a scholarship. You actually help give them a leg up on life, I would think.
Absolutely. Because they are identified in 8th grade, they're still at the point where the kids potentially haven't made a hard decision as to which path they're going to go down, and giving them the right tools at the right time allow them to have a path towards good if they're in a space where it could be bad. And our success rate is incredibly high. There's 1,500 kids in the program. We have a 95% success rate with kids graduating within 4 years.
Wow.
And it's a well-funded group or nonprofit because
how is it funded?
Yeah, Give Back is the beneficiary of Beyond. So when we do what we do for our merchants and make their lives better by making their card processing or their payroll or their online ordering better, when we have profit from that, but that profit goes towards Give Back.
Okay. So when businesses are working with Beyond for their credit card processing, not very exciting, they're actually helping send kids to college that wouldn't normally go, right?
Absolutely. They are, and we have a full network of support mentors and professionals that are guiding and teaching mentors how to be better mentors, and teaching these kids to stay on track, giving them guidance. Like one of the things that they have is a banquet, and where these scholars get to go to a banquet and they learn, how banquets are performed and how you behave at one, how you eat at one, things that we all take for granted. But we may not have been exposed to if we didn't come from a family with a sort of core unit.
Well, as somebody who has a kid in college, I know how expensive it is. So my hat goes off to you guys because you really are going beyond just college scholarships or helping kids. You're really giving them more than one leg up. I would say two legs up. And at the same time, allowing local businesses to participate and get a little extra merchant services. So I appreciate your time, guys. We've been with Jeff Friedman of Beyond Credit Card Processing. And the name of the nonprofit is what, Jeff?
Give Back.
Give Back.
It's
So look them up. I think they're a company that's doing crazy good stuff in the world. Okay, it's been almost 30 years since a 22-year-old Tony Hawk completed the first ever 900-degree turn in the world of skateboarding. Now, I'm not a skateboarder, but that's pretty cool. But since then, no one has ever been able to go further and especially complete what's called a 1080 until now. Thank you, COVID-19. That's right. Thanks to COVID-19, a young 11-year-old kid named Guy Curry started practicing. And he is now the youngest and first person to ever land this crazy sporting feat. Now, I'm not sure what a 1080 looks like. And if you're not sure, join the crowd. So rather than me try to explain it to you, take a look at this video of Guy doing what he does.
Just like, oh my god, what just happened? I sent them to all my favorite skaters: Tony Hawk, Bob Burnquist, Neil Mims, all of them. When I landed my first 540, my first 720, and my first 900, and now I can conclude the 1080. And being the youngest, all of them, and now being the first one to land it on vert ramp.
That's crazy, isn't it? Just some more good stuff coming out of lockdown. Now let's turn to the environment. The U.S. government has just approved the nation's largest solar project and the 8th largest in the world. Now this project's going to be based in the desert of Nevada, and it's estimated to pump over $712 million into the local economy. And get this, it's expected to generate renewable electricity that will offset greenhouse gases to the tune of 384,000 metric tons of carbon dioxide. If you've ever traveled to a country where malaria is present, you know how serious this disease can be, as it's spread by millions of mosquitoes. Well, now scientists in Kenya have discovered a natural microbe that totally stops malaria in mosquitoes. And when you stop it in mosquitoes, you can stop it from spreading in humans. Now the team has plans to spread the microbe throughout the mosquito populations in the infected areas in an effort to eliminate over 400,000 deaths each year. All I got to say, nature and humans are awesome. And finally today, I want to end with a story about a grandfather who went above and beyond to connect with his grandkids. His name is Papa Kevin, and Papa Kevin rigged up a drone with Dunkin' Donuts, and, well, why don't you see for yourself? Wow, that is one sweet grandpa. As always, I want to remind you that you always find what you look for in life, but good news is everywhere, so go out and look for it. And if you know of some good news, let us know. This is Craig Miller for the Crazy Good News, brought to you by Insurance Happiness.